Stop. And I bet you canceled it too because your daddy's a bitch. I have a root beer float and I have tea. At least I'm gonna read tea that y'all put on the internet. So it's all of our business. It is. Yes, it is. Hi y'all. Welcome back to the channel. I know I haven't been here for a while and I apologize for that. I'm just lazy. But now I'm here. We're gonna read some Am I the Asshole stories on Reddit. I've never been on Reddit, but I've heard stories. I've heard like word of mouth stories from people from Reddit. So I was like, why not? I'll give y'all a little tea, Am I the asshole for telling my sister that I don't care about the baby she lost? Yes. I, 20 male, and my sister, 23 female, have been very close since she lost her baby. She lost the baby at the end of 2022, when she was about 5 months pregnant. Obviously, our whole family was shocked and very supportive initially. However, I really tried to help her through this and get her back on her feet, coming to her apartment to clean and cook her food. It also doesn't help that her baby daddy left shortly after. Damn! That's crazy. That's crazy. Piling on top that you don't give a fuck is crazy. My sister was unable to work because of her depression, so my family would help chip in and pay her bills. She remained like this for 7 months when my parents told her they could no longer support her, when all she does is lay in bed and smoke a lot, like 24/7, but they don't know that.
You know what I need right now in this moment of chaos? A cold cigarette to ease the pain.
Not you spilling her tea. And that she at least needs to look for a job. She lashed out and said she needs their support now more than ever. Regardless of them, I began to solely support her. That's not your job though. I think y'all kind of, for 7 months, y'all kind of enabled the, hold on. Yep. And mind you, I still live with my parents and attending school. So you don't need to be doing that. You have other things to worry about. You got tests, you've got homework, you've got projects, you've got keeping your room clean, keeping your kitchen clean. You can't, why are you, okay. That brings us to last Friday. I have about 3 semesters left of school and money has been tight. I told my sister that I really need to start saving and that she needs to get a job or just move back in. She lashed out at me, saying that I could never understand 100% true and that I was a terrible brother for even mentioning it. I said, excuse me, I've been paying your bills for over a year and have been the only one trying to help her get over this. She began yelling at me and calling me terrible names. Oh, wait, stop, no, he, just like that? He said, I snapped and said, I don't give a fuck about your dead baby. You had to, stop, you had to add dead? That's highly disrespectful right there. Like, you said, I don't give a fuck about your dead baby. Let me remind you that bitch is dead, gone. I did none of this for that baby. I helped her because I love my sister. I want what's best for my sister. I want her to recover. I told her this and she just started attacking me. I just left. The next morning, my parents sat me down and told me what I said was very wrong and rude. I explained what happened and how I still continued paying her bills after they stopped. They just were quiet and then just left.
Were you silent or were you silenced?
My mother grabbed my shoulder and told me that my sister started applying for jobs. I feel really bad, but also to a certain degree, it worked and she is at least looking to work. I know my sister will forgive me eventually, but I still feel bad. Am I the asshole? From just like reading the title to reading the whole thing, it's completely changed. It's a 50-50. What you said was dead disrespectful and wrong. You shouldn't have said it, even though you were paying her bills and shit like that. I get you. She shouldn't have lashed out at you. You shouldn't have said the dead baby thing. Like, you don't give a fuck. I got that. But, yes and no. Am I the asshole for telling my sister I won't be inviting her to my wedding because I don't agree with her choice of +1? That's not your business, right? I mean, I know it's your wedding, but that's not your business. Like, with who she's bringing. Like, unless you know that person's gonna fuck up your day, I don't think that's any of your business. My sister turned 28 female just a few days ago, and I, 28 male, who will be 29 next month, are half siblings who were raised by our mother, but we have different fathers. Our childhood was not a good one, and our relationship has always been complicated. The biggest reason is how bad our mother was and how we were raised in a very toxic house, but also because sometimes the men our mother would bring to meet us would show more interest in me than in her, and it made my sister jealous.
Brother,
Not she got jealous because your mom's boyfriend liked you more than her. That's nasty, actually. Why would she want her mama's man to like her more? That's just nasty. And first of all, your mama, I heard her say your mama. I started the sentence with your mama. Let me stop. There were also some fucked up things done by our mother regarding our father that created issues. We never knew these guys, so it was easy for our mother to dangle ideas in front of us as kids to provide herself with some entertainment. I wasn't a great guy in my teens. I had a lot of girlfriends and very much had a reputation for not being great girls I was with. One particular ex of mine, Emily, we dated for 2 months and I broke things off with her because I wanted another girl more. But Emily grew way more attached to me than any of the others and was hurt that I didn't want her, and I was a jerk about it at the time. What does this have to do with the story? It was a big deal to her, and for the next year until graduation, she would try to get me back, and I was a lot crueler than I needed to be about saying no. Something that helped me grow as a person and be a better human being was my sister finding our grandparents and finding good people who wanted to know us. That and growing up a lot in college helped. And by the time I was 25, I had realized I was bisexual with a stronger attraction to guys. And part of my issue stemmed from self-hatred that my mother drilled into me because she was grossly homophobic. Well, about a year ago, my sister ended up becoming friends with Emily. Emily? Like crazy Emily? Your ex? And she brought her to dinner at our grandparents when my fiance and I were there.
it's about to go down.
Emily was pissed to see me, and while I did apologize, Emily needed to be asked to leave by her grandparents because she was ranting and raving at me and expressing very clearly how fucked up it was that I ended up with a guy instead of her and how I treated her. What was that, in high school? Emily, you need a grip. Oh my God. If his sister's +1 is Emily, then he's not the asshole at all. My sister wasn't happy that our grandparents kicked Emily out, and they told her she disrespected me and I'm family. Emily still despises me, and my sister has stayed in contact with her. My sisters would never. I tell them I don't like one person, they're you feel me? Emily has tried to contact me and my fiance as well since dinner. Found out a while ago that my sister planned to make Emily her +1. What'd I say? Your sister's rude. To my wedding, and I told her I didn't want that and it didn't seem appropriate. My sister told me I didn't get to decide her +1. We bickered over it, and it all resulted in a week ago me telling my sister I wouldn't invite her then. My sister was saying I was as much of a dick as I was back then, and how shitty it is not to invite her over her choice of +1. No, I do not think you're the asshole. Your sister is the asshole. I think she still had jealous feelings that these men your mom brought liked you more than her. which is weird and disgusting. She's real disrespectful for pulling out Emily though. She did that only to fuck with you. I think we're gonna do one more. I'm gonna try to find a good one for y'all. Am I the asshole for having our family end our vacation a day early because of my husband's ear infection? He couldn't wait a day? Toughen up. I, 42 female, went on a Caribbean vacation with my 15-year-old daughter and 7-year-old daughter, and husband, 44 male. He's 44 years old. At your grown age, you still getting ear infections? No, I'm joking. We felt the girls deserved a break, as every single vacation would be centered around his needs by necessity. As it should. He's disabled. They should probably get used to that. And there was a lot we could not do. And our oldest especially has to make a lot of sacrifices due to him throughout her life. And this was just one more of her many disappointments. And me personally, I'd get over it. That's my brother. I don't give a damn. You know, I'm about to go up on this roller coaster. You can sit right here, sit with mom. I'll you know, get you a little, put a cam on my shirt, make you feel it, you feel me? You know, this is what you got to do. You got to plan your life around things that happen. And especially, this is your first family vacation without your son. So your daughters are getting to do everything, and you've got to end it early because daddy got an earache.
Whoa! Hell no!
He low-key needs to grow up. Not even low-key, he's 44 years old. Anyway, she met a boy on vacation and he wants to take her out on special date night the last night. But the second to last night, my husband came down with a horrible ear infection and the health care on the island wasn't very good. So we were up most of the night rearranging flights so we could go home a day early and take him to the ER, as regular clinics would be closed by the time we got back and he was in bad pain. I think he would have had to suck it up with the hospital they had there. Your eldest daughter had a date and you canceled it. And needless to say, when we dropped the news to our girls, they were not happy. Both cried a lot, especially our oldest, who was looking forward to that date. It was her first boyfriend, if you could call it that, since it was a vacation fling, and his family does not live anywhere near us, so it's not something they could continue at home. You don't... We tried to make it special for them by taking them to the hotel's fanciest restaurant for breakfast and letting them buy whatever they wanted from the gift shop, although I understand this is a very poor substitution for what they missed. What I would have done is I just would have put daddy on a plane and made him do it himself. He's 44 years old. Get a grip. Do it yourself. You want to go home? That's great. My children are going to stay here with me and they're going to have their last 2 days of fun. You can go ahead and go home. I'm just going to go on the flight that we were meant to go on and you can arrange your ticket. See how you... Amen.
Men are so fucking dramatic. Like, they over exaggerate everything. So I know the pain he was feeling, he made it seem like it was 10 times worse.
My mother said we were wrong to take the girls home a day early, that they sacrificed so much, especially the eldest, and my husband should man up for one more day. It's just an ear infection. What have I been saying this whole time? This whole time, what have I been saying? You had to wrap up everybody's trip because you got an ear infection? You're a bitch. But my husband was in horrible pain and could barely stand it, and the healthcare on the island was not good. Am I the asshole? Yes. So that's the video. I think this was kind of actually fun. I like Reddit. You know, I give it a 10 out of 10. Maybe we'll do more of this. Reading some confessions or some horror stories, or like 2-sentence horror stories. I like those. So maybe we'll find some of those next time. But y'all, let me know. Don't forget to subscribe and comment if y'all think these people were the asshole or not the asshole, and tell me why. And don't forget to follow me on my social media in the description below. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. See y'all whenever I post next.